What's up, you guys? We are doing a career and business reading for November 2025. Sorry that these readings are coming out on the 11th, like almost halfway through the beginning of the month. But everything is in divine timing. And in this year, I have learned to prioritize myself. I come from the hustle culture. I know many of you do as well. And we often prioritize responsibilities that we create over ourselves. And in this year, I have learned not to do that. So it's me first and then all my work after that. And so with that being said, here are all the work, the give backs that I'm giving. And we are hopping in with the career reading. And I'm going to tell you right now, with this career business reading, if the messages already don't sound like it's your reading, please click off. This is not the greatest reading. I'm just going to be honest. However, it's going to bring you some great results. And the good thing about it is all the messages here are very temporary. And so throughout this month, if you feel like you're not having enough, like you're missing something, it's because you're not looking in the right direction. So let's just kind of hop into the storyline. Again, if this does not apply to you, as soon as you feel like it does not apply to you, please click off. 1s and 2s on the clock, 1, 2, 3 on the clock. We do not want to sit and entertain things that are beneath the frequency that we're trying to tap into when it's not a message for us. And so no offense to anybody who this message is for. It does not mean that you're, beneath anybody else. It just means the frequency of these particular messages, 1s and 4s on the clock, are not the greatest frequency. And so if you are experiencing this, may this message get you the information you need to come out of this vibration. But we are having a lot of cosmic things taking place in terms of retrogrades, in terms of specialized alignments and conjunctions and things like that. And so anything that you're dealing with right now, look at it as an opportunity to start overcoming your thought patterns and processes. There could be ways that you could improve how you're seeing the world around you that could instantaneously change how you're seeing your career and your finances. If you are a person who is looking to grow and expand your career and finances, I'm personally building out a team of people who are interested in building their economic future and multiple streams of income that deal with things that we're going to need, like food, clothing, shelter, water, all that type of shit. All right. So tap in with me on another level with that. But again, for the second or third time, we're going to actually hop into the real reading. All right. There's going to be something that takes place that is going to seem like it came out of nowhere, and it may put you in a state of confusion. So this could be like big changes happening with work. Like if anybody's a government contractor or if anybody is working for the government at this time, then you already are experiencing this. Okay. So this isn't anything new. But if you're not working for the government and you have just a different type of job that's not federal, you may experience something that comes very sudden from your job, 3s and 2s on the clock, that you weren't necessarily expecting to happen. And it's going to happen quickly up front. Whatever happens may feel like some sort of betrayal, but it really is to put you in a position of where you actually want to be. And so you might have to walk away from something that you've been doing either with your business or in your job. But it's giving you the opportunity to, again, readjust. You just can't get caught into poor loops and cycles as you go through this readjustment. So let me give you some examples. Like, let's say that you do work for the government and the government is reopening. So now in this window of time where they've opened back up, and just so you guys know, 414 on the clock, the government is always going to open the fuck back up. So it's never going to not open up. Like, it's always going to reopen. Just putting that out there. But in this time that they are quote unquote reopened until January, you have to ask yourself, is this an emotional mental loop that you can healthily go through for the rest of your life? 4s and 3s on the clock until you retire or until your contract is up or until whenever the fuck. If the answer is no, then look at this whole experience as an opportunity opportunity for you to start walking toward what is going to bring you fulfillment instead of letting your life be controlled by things outside of yourself. Now, there's going to always be things that you cannot control, right? And there's going to always be things that you need from some source outside of you. But the goal is to become as independent as you possibly can so that when shit happens, your whole reality is not shaken and disturbed by something that you don't have any control over. So the advice for you is to start thinking forward about what it looks like to have emotional fulfillment so that you're not back into whatever loop that has put you in this Five of Pentacles, Five of Cups. These are like uncomfortable cards. Nobody wants the Five of Pentacles and Five of Cups because these are the gateway to depression. All right. If anybody is dealing with that, this week, I am going to have a free document back available on my website. If you've been with me for years, you know that I used to have this document, but I'm upgrading it. It's 5s and 4s on the clock. So it looks more appealing to the eye and gives you more information. And so this document is going to help you process your emotions by yourself. It's very active and passive opportunities for you to get some mental and spiritual healing in your own time without having to consult somebody else. And it gives you resources just in case you do need to consult a professional, all right? But these things are the lower frequencies that are here in terms of your business and career. And the reason why it's like that is because you're being asked to go into the new timeline. Now, let's say if this is your actual business and it's not that you work for the government and you're being asked to relook at your whole life. 136 on the clock. If you are running your own business, instead of you continuing to implement the same plan and process the way you have been, now it's time to try something different. If you don't try anything different, you're not going to get any different results. And so if you're looking at ways to bring in more income, number one, you got to get back to your why. Why are you doing what you're doing? You also have to tap back into your heart space because you might be looking for the fulfillment in the wrong area and not even realizing that you already got what it is that you asked for. So maybe 7-11 on the clock, you need to set new goals for yourself, right? I've experienced this in my own life. I wanted to raise my daughter and give her a life where I was able to instill the right values in her without having to have her go and be raised by the public while I went to work for 9 hours and she went to before and after school care. That was important to me. 7s and 3s on the clock, 137 on the clock. And so I literally spent years adjusting my life so that I could pack us up and move out the country and raise my daughter and work for myself. And I did that. And she's graduating soon. And so now it's like, okay, boo, you did that. What the fuck you finna do next, right? 749 on the clock. And a lot of the work that I was doing in these past 10 years was based around helping people and being able to raise my child, which obviously I'm still going to be raising my daughter just in a different segment of her life. But I've accomplished these things. I've helped so many thousands of people all across the world heal themselves generationally. And so what is the next thing that I need to focus on with my company and my business? That's what you should be asking yourself at this time. If you need personal guidance, please feel free to book an oracle session. We'll get on the line. I will give you all the answers, solution, clarity, direction that you need so that by the time we're off the line, you know exactly what you need to do with your business to help yourself advance, all right? Another example, let's say that you don't work for the government and you did not experience the shutdown and you do not own your own business, you're not working for yourself. You are a person who is either looking for work, right? Or you're a person whose job just did a 180 on them. If you're a person who's looking for work, the reason you're having problems is because you're looking for things that pay you instead of looking to do the work you're passionate about, okay? So that's the first thing that you need to address. If you are a person who is experiencing a 180 in your actual career, the same message applies. Like, it's because whatever you're doing is not in alignment with yourself. If you listen to the 1111 portal reading, it talked about spending this time getting in alignment with yourself. So going back to the base of what is your why, all right? 929 on the clock. And next up, we have relationship readings. We're going to be doing singles and couples. And if you want your personalized 2026 yearly reading, that is available on my website. If you are looking to make sure you are mentally and emotionally together, you guys can now take the rewire in your own time. And I don't want to keep promoting shit to y'all, so I'm going to go ahead and go 949 on the clock. Peace.